Can you improve your life just by writing something down? The short answer is yes. Keep watching because I want to share with you the 5 simple writing habits that actually improve my life. So when I say improve your life, what do I mean? I'm talking about having more clarity, better communication, remembering more, moving closer to achieving your goals, freeing up mental space and mental energy, creating new ideas and solutions, and on top of all of that, reducing stress. 3 words: write it down. So what do you write down? That's where the habits come into place. So the first habit is to write down your fears. Shine a light on the darkness that fear is putting in your mind. When you get it out of your head and you get it on paper, it makes it a lot less scary. Number 2, write down your ideas. For this channel, when I first started, I wasn't sure how I was going to come up with what to talk about. So I just started where I was and used what I had. But over time, I've been collecting ideas, and every time I think of something, I write it down. There is no way I could remember all of the ideas. And now I have over 4 pages of topic ideas. Will I use them all? No, probably not. But I have them, and they can help me to generate other ideas as I look through the list. Number 3, write down your stories. So recently I read a book called Storyworthy by Matthew Dix, and in it he recommends that you write down the most story-worthy moment that happens to you every day. And I started doing this, then forgot about it. And so when I started to do this video, it came to my mind, and I went back and looked over it just to see, like, what did I written down? What story-worthy moments have happened to me? And honestly, most of them I probably would not have remembered had I not written it down. And so it actually works. So I highly recommend doing that. But one story from that list that I wanted to share with you happened to me a couple months ago, I believe in January. And I was coming home from work, and it's winter time, so it gets dark early. And it's mostly dark. It's still a little light out, so you could kind of see, but not very well. And I'm driving home from work, and I have to I'd take the highway, and I need to go from one highway to another. And so I'm taking one of these exit ramps, and it goes up high and curves. So it's a single lane. It has kind of the small shoulder on the side, but not a full shoulder. And I'm going across this, and I'm about halfway, and then I see a car stalled on the side of the road. They have their hazard lights on, and I can kind of see someone is outside of the car doing something, but I can't tell what. And so I slow down, obviously, and there's enough space for me to pass. So I slow down, and I'm trying to be very careful because I don't want to cause any other issues. They already have enough, right? And I don't want to cause any to myself. And so I'm being cautious, but then I also want to check and make sure they're okay. Like, are they having an emergency? Do they need assistance? Do I need to call 911? And so I approach I'm getting closer, right? And I start to approach the car, and I'm being very careful. And then I look and I see them. They're on the phone. It looks like their car broke down. They're off to the side as much as they can be on this high overpass thing. And then, since they're on the phone, I assume, okay, they have their phone. They're calling for help. They'll be okay. Then all of a sudden, crunch! And I hear this loud noise under my car. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, whatever made them break down, I just hit it too, and now I'm gonna break down. And this, just scraping noise, as I'm driving. And my first thought is, I need to pull over and check it. But I'm on this overpass thing, and I'm like, the car's still running. I don't want to stop on this overpass. It's not safe here. So I'm going to keep driving it as far as I can to get to someplace safe before I check and see what this horrible noise is. And in my mind, it kind of sounded like the bumper or something off of the car had fallen loose and is dragging. That's what it sounded like. And so I'm thinking, oh man. So I just keep going and I get on the next highway and then I take the very first exit. And at that exit, there is a Jack in the Box restaurant. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull in their parking lot. It's lighted, there's people, I feel safe. And so I pull in and I park under the light and I'm like, all right, let's go see what happened. And so I walk around the car. The bumper is still attached. Hey, it was not the bumper. And I look at the tire and the wheel well because I'm like, oh, maybe something in there got loose and it's rubbing against the tire and that's what's making this crazy awful noise. I see nothing. Okay, well, something had to make that noise. So I go get my phone, use the flashlight on it, and get down under the car to see. And I see a metal pole sticking out from the wheel on the inside, though. You couldn't see it if you were standing up from the outside, but underneath on the inside, it's poking into the wheel. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what's making the noise. And I'm like, but I don't want to keep driving with it like that. And so I decided I'm going to see if I can pull it loose and at least get home and then figure it out tomorrow when it's daylight and I can actually see. So I grabbed this metal pole. It's like this big around and long and skinny, and it looks like it's jammed up into the wheel. I pull on it and it gives a little, and so then I pull harder and it comes loose. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Like, hopefully this isn't important, but I mean, it was already hanging down, so it couldn't have been too important on the car. And I pull it out, and I'm not kidding you. It was one of those crutches like you use when you break your foot or sprain your ankle, and a metal crutch like the bar, and it had all twisted, so I only had the one part, but when I pulled it out I could see the whole rest of it all twisted up. A crutch. I ran over a crutch on an overpass in the dark, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So anyway, I didn't know what to do with this crutch, so I kind of just chucked it in the ditch so no one else could run over it. But, anyway, I chucked it in the ditch at the Jack in the Box. Sorry, Jack in the Box. And drove home. And thankfully, nothing was wrong with the car. Nothing, like, it ran fine after that. There was no more noise, no issues. Just a nice little, what's that, gets your heart and your mind going, thinking that something horrible has happened and it's going to cost you lots of money. And it wasn't. It was just a crutch that I ran over. And then when I was telling Dave about the story, he was like, oh, that poor person, you probably ran over their crutch like they were hobbling around. And I was like, oh no. I can see them like on one crutch trying to fix their car or whatever. But anyway, so story-worthy moments. And it's one of those things where it doesn't matter. It's just a funny story. But who knows? Maybe it will be a story that I can use in the future for some other video. But yeah. So that was number 3. Write down your stories. Number 4, write down your goals. If you write them down, it is easier to set the goal and know specifically what it's going to be, and also to track the goal so you know, is what you're doing helping you get closer to the goal or not. If you don't track it and you don't write it down, there is a very good chance you will not reach your goal. So write it down. And then number 5, write down your prayers. This one has helped me grow closer to God and understand Him even more because it allows me to see Him moving. When you write it down and then later go back and see that it has been answered and how it's been answered, it is just a beautiful picture of who God is and how much He loves us. And so write down your prayers. There's actually one recently that I came across and I wanted to share it with you today just as an example. So back in July of 2021, almost 5 years ago, I wrote down this prayer and then forgot all about it. And when I write down my prayers, I pray them, but then I like to go back and pray over them periodically and just see how it's going. This one I forgot all about. I didn't see it, it didn't come up, and it just kind of left my brain. And if I didn't have actual written physical form of it, I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't have remembered it. So, in this one, I prayed, this is July 2021. I prayed that I would get a higher salary because I wanted the ability to pay my debts and take care of my family. I wanted work-life balance because the job I had previously, I was working insane hours and it was not healthy. I wanted a job where I help others because of the servant leadership and the gift that I have for helping. I wanted to start at 8 a.m. or later. I wanted a higher salary, and at the time I was making $15 an hour. I wanted no Sundays or Mondays because that's when Dave and the kids are here and he's not at work, and that's when we have them. And so I wanted the family time. Most people have Saturday, Sunday. We have Sunday, Monday. And then I wanted benefits, including medical, dental, and vision, because I didn't have those at the time. And I asked for a 30-minute commute or less. And so then in March of this year, last month, that prayer popped back up. I don't know what I did in the thing, but it just popped up, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, what did I pray for? What is this? And I'm reading down this list, and I'm like, I think I have most of these things now. So I was like, let's go through and let's put check marks by everything that God has answered. Higher salary, check. Work-life balance, still working on that, but not because of the job, because I like, yeah, that's a me thing, and I'll probably always be working on that. Helping others, check. Starting at 8 a.m. or later. Well, I start at 7:30, and that's close enough for me. Check. Higher salary. I was making 15 an hour. Now I'm making 22 an hour. Exclamation points. No Sundays or Mondays. Check. Benefits. Full benefits. Check. And more benefits. All talk about benefits. Benefits. Check. And then 30-minute commute or less. Check. And I realized, had I not written this prayer down and not reviewed it later, I wouldn't have seen that God had answered that prayer and so much more. And so I really encourage you, write down your prayers. Write them down so that you can see what God is doing. And those are the 5 simple habits that I have done that have really helped to improve my life. Now I want to challenge you. Write something down. Right now, I want you to write something in the comments below. Even if it's just that Julie is awesome. Because she is, right? I am. I'm pretty awesome. I don't know. Just write something. Write anything. And just continue to keep growing one small step at a time. I need to start doing take one. Scene one, take one. Scene one, take one. Scene one, take two. I need a producer or director or whoever does that job. I don't know. I'm learning. Try this again. Take 429. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So those are the 5 simple reading habits that we're not reading, we're writing. Okay. Trudy, leave it. I do not do these. Oh, my Lanta child. Okay. Are you good? Trudy, are you good? Because I want to finish this video. I would like to finish it. Also, in case you didn't know, I'm a goofball.